This forecast is powered by Comfort Now, comprehensive heating and cooling solutions for Atlantic and Gateway counties.
All right, guys, let's start things off by taking a look at our Glen Insurance cam overlooking the Hammonton Lake, and it was calm and pleasant, and we had some high clouds move in through the course of the afternoon, and eventually things became overcast, and that's going to set the foundation for where we go tomorrow. Plenty of cloud cover coming our way, unfortunately. It might bring down your mood a little bit, but those temperatures, I think, will lift your spirits back up. So it was calm, but very cold. We only got to 38 degrees at the airport in Egg Harbor Township, a dew point of 8. So that tells you just how dry the air mass is on top of us. And winds light and variable at about 3 miles an hour, ultimately shifting fully out of the south overnight and by tomorrow morning. And that right there is going to help bring those temperatures up. 29 in Philadelphia right now, 33 for Atlantic City, 31 up in New York, 32 in Washington. And I showed you this earlier on in the afternoon that the warm stuff is down here. 46 for Charleston. A few hours ago, they were in the upper 50s. But this is the air mass that's going to start to move into our neck of the woods, and that's going to give us real feel temperatures in the upper 60s, believe it or not. Mind-blowing stuff for this time of the year, at least. Now, it does happen. I'm going to show you that in a second, though. 31 in Hammonton, 31 for Mays Landing, 31 for Woodland Township. So we are all in good alignment right now. Winds really negligible at about 5 to 10 miles an hour across the board, and I think that's where we go through the rest of the day, or through the rest of the evening, I should say. And there we go. All right, real field temperature in the 20s. So while the wind is light, any movement of air across your face is going to make it feel colder than what it actually is. 28 tonight, clouds will continue to increase. We are cold but calm. 28, that's only because we only had high temperatures in the low and mid 30s, so it's not going to take a lot to get back down into the 20s. If we were warmer and had the clouds moving in, clearly we wouldn't get that cold. South winds, probably about 4 or 5 miles an hour. We have the winds out of the southeast right now, fully out of the south by the overnight period. We'll wake up to probably a healthy mixture of clouds and sun becoming overcast for a period of time, but I am cautiously optimistic right along the coast, especially perhaps getting into eastern Camden, Gloucester, Salem, and Cumberland County for some breaks of the clouds, and partly cloudy skies could be seen for a period of time, and otherwise we're just looking at cloudy, dull conditions into tomorrow night. And then Saturday, winds will start to pick up a little bit, still out of the south, and that's going to really bring in that warm air. Man, it's going to feel wonderful out there, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I like the cold and snow, but if it's not going to snow, it may as well be comfortable, I guess. And Saturday's temperatures are highly dependent on if we can get the sun out. I think without the sun, we're in the lower 60s, but with it, you could potentially push to north of 68. 62 is our record to break. I think we're going to easily do that. As you guys are heading out the door tomorrow morning, you'll get mostly cloudy skies, temperature starting off in the upper 30s, and a north factor of a 6. I can't go a 10, obviously, because we have the clouds out there, and I'm not going to go any lower because I think it's still going to be a decent day. 55 mainland, 53 for the shore, in and out of the sunshine. A passing shower can't be ruled out. South-southwest winds about 5 to 10 miles an hour for your Saturday. 65. I think that's a good middle-of-the-road forecast. We're partly sunny, and we will be breaking records across the area. Now, for those of you who think that 60-degree days in January are unprecedented, they never happen, that's clearly not the case. And history proves that by putting it together on this graph. The 2010s, the teens, 14 days for the entire decade. We got to 60 or better in January. Look at the early 2000s, very warm at 30, and you can go all the way back to the 1950s and see 23 days at 60 or better. So it does happen, just not a usual occurrence around our neck of the woods. Here's our model rainfall going into Sunday afternoon, and I am not excited for a whole lot of rain here. We might pick up a 1/4 of an inch of rain. Woohoo, big deal. Most of it's going to be out to our north and west. Look at that, Williamsport, probably about 1.5 inches. Pittsburgh, a little over 1 inch. So the yellows will stay over western Pennsylvania and getting up into New York State. That's because the storm track itself is going to be right over the Great Lakes. So we'll get in on a little rain, probably the least amount along the barrier islands. but it's not going to be any kind of washout by any stretch of the imagination. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's at Nor'easter Nick. You can also go to my website, nor'easternick.com. 7-day forecast. Rain early on Sunday, perhaps even a couple thunderstorms passing through. I know it's crazy for January standards. Will cool down a little bit, but still well above average and very unsettled into the mid portion of next week.